Hello everybody, it's Johan Heiden, and I'm back with the Macho versus Heiden campaign. It's January 15th, 1942. I'm going to have to warn you, this video might be a little bit longer than normal because this is probably one of the biggest turns I've ever had in this game coming up. The fate of my campaign rests on what happens today. So just hang on tight, it's going to be wild, I think. Alright, so naval movement right now. This is a good sign. There was nothing happening, so no subs, no enemy ships, nothing. Okay, here we go. Going into Palembang. These are destroyer minesweepers that are sweeping the mines, and we are now landing at Palembang. Alright, so there's going to be a lot of landings right now, guys, so I'm going to kind of fast forward through this. Let's see how bad it is. There are 6-inch coastal guns defending Palembang. Obviously, he's brought in a lot of support here. So let's see how much damage we're going to take. There's going to be a lot of landings, so we're going to go fast. Well, right off the bat, that's not going well. This ship took 7 shell hits from these 6-inch guns. Well, 6-inch guns and 75. There's a lot of coastal guns here. Yikes, man, it's we're only getting started too. There's gonna be a lot of casualties here. Alright, we're gonna fast forward through it. Dang it. We're taking a lot of losses just from these coastal guns, ripping my ships up. We haven't even unloaded and we're taking these kind of hits. That does not bode well. Okay, a lot of unloading issues here, but that's to be expected when you're landing this many troops. All right, let's see how we do with this third set of coastal gun interactions. Man, I gotta tell you, I'm shocked at how effective these coastal guns are being to my ships. We're taking a lot of hits here. It doesn't appear that my heavy cruisers are doing a particularly good job suppressing this. Man, we're losing so much. Here we go. Coming in again. My goodness. This ship takes a lot of hits now. Okay, this unloading went reasonably well. We didn't lose too much with this. All right, so here we go. 4 amphibious task forces have just unloaded at Palembang. Looks like 3 to 4 ships took some losses, hits there, and we're gonna have to unfortunately unload again on the next phase. Now we're gonna have another interaction with these stupid coastal guns. Man, it sucks. There we go. Now the shell hit, more casualties. This is crazy how many casualties we're taking from these stupid coastal guns. Okay, more hits. Man, this is... Ugh. I guess this was to be expected, right? I'm honestly surprised at how effective these guns are being right now. Alright, and here we go again. Yeah, we are just getting chewed up by the coastal guns. But it has to be done. There we go. Second unloading phase is done. Hopefully we got a lot of troops in, because I don't want to have to keep doing that. Uh-oh. Hey, look who it is. It's my little cruisers that I dealt with earlier. This guy's smoking, so I'm assuming he's had a lot of negative interactions with, you know, full speeding around. This guy's a goner with troops aboard. So say goodnight to this. There it is. So that's dead. It's these same 3 guys that got us up here earlier. Way up here at Tabitawea. Okay. There's the Allied subs. We knew they were coming. This is all shallow water here, though. So if we're going to hit these guys, this is where we're going to do it. All right. One hit on the Sea Dragon gets away. Okay, moving into air combat right now. A lot of subs near New Caledonia still. More than I thought there would be at this point. Let's see if we can kill more subs today. Okay, so here we go into the AM phase. Let's see how many missions get canceled. Okay, sweeping Palembang, heavy rain. Clear skies of Baton is a good sign. Okay, sweeps in China. Okay, I'm sending bombers in to disrupt his troops here. Unfortunately, we have terrible weather, which is gonna hurt us. Despite it, we do hit these regiments with something. That's gonna take a little bit of bite out of them if they attack today. And more bombers coming in. Unfortunately, these thunderstorms again are gonna make it harder for us. So there we go. Took some bite out of him. Hopefully that disrupts him enough that if he attacks this turn, it hurts him. I do think he's going to try to shock attack Set Marak with those troops. Okay, I'm going for a bombing attack on Kuai Yang. I saw a lot of aircraft on the ground here. Let's see if we can kill some. We damaged some, but we really hit the base good. I'll take that. Particularly good bombing effectiveness today at these airfield strikes. That's a lot of hits. Really liking these supply hits as well. That's gonna hurt his situation out here. Okay, I'm going for a bombing raid on Palembang today. I'm going very high altitude today. I want to see if that's better. 20,000 feet is completely useless. We don't hit anything. It's a waste of time. Okay. Okay, we're going to be attacking here this turn, so our sweep's going in. Excellent hits at Baton today. There's the first of several strikes going in. Wow. So 20,000 feet bombing, guys, is utterly useless. So that's not going to work at Palembang. Oh, there's the bombers. I was wondering what it was. So these are Chinese bombers. That's all these are. I don't think there's anything more valuable there than that. Yeah, that's all it is. Well, I was hoping that I'd have a little more cap here than this, but it didn't quite work out. So I'm pretty sure these zeros are going to get absolutely shredded. And these bombers are coming in to attack us because he's going to attack us here at Batavia. Let's see what these bombers can do. Well, that's not good at all. Fortunately, we got thunderstorms, so that helps us. Yeah, I did not put enough cap here today. Yeah, that's not great. So that disruption goes both directions, you know. Look at this. I did not put enough cap here at all. Yeah, this is actually, I'm a little concerned about Batavia. I'm not gonna lie, guys. If he gets a good attack today, we're in trouble there. Okay, AM phase in the books. I'm very concerned about Marak at Batavia. And we did nothing to Palembang with those bombers. Oh, wow. Look at this. We got some B-17s coming into Port Moresby. All right. That's interesting. Let's see what happens with this. This is not good. Well, let's see what gets through. Yeah, he blasts right through my cap like they weren't even there. Not the best. All right. But now we know he's coming in here, so we need to get more aircraft into Port Moresby ASAP. Ooh. One B-17 shot down. Now he's coming in from, I'm guessing, Townsville. And I don't think that base is built up enough to handle these B-17s, so they're coming in with this extended range bomb load. And one B-17 shot down. Okay, that's it for the air stuff. Now let's see if we have anything else happening before we go land combat. Oh my God. More losses, man. I just cannot believe 690 coastal guns fired in defense. These losses are incredible. Man, I'm just losing so much on loading here. It's really, really concerning how many losses we're taking on the unloads. Well, something's not right here because we should have landed on Java as well. But for whatever reason, we didn't. So I'll have to look into why. Anyway, another shock attack here at Kungcheng on the Lanchao Road. I think we can bust through here today. Let's see. Yes! And we take Kungcheng. That's going to start really putting a hurting on his supply situation. So, excellent. We got Kungcheng, and now we can drive straight up to Lanchao and not wait at all. Okay, Japanese shock attack at Cheng Te. We should have zero issue getting across here and blasting this core out. So let's do it. Yeah! Yeah! Alright, so we're across. We're across the river here. And now, we are the proud owners of Chang Tae. Minimal casualties lost, and we inflict a lot on him. So this was a great attack. So there we go. We're across at Chang Tae. Now, deliberate attack at Chang Sha. He's got nothing here. This is another base we're going to get on the cheap. I can't believe I'm taking Chang Sha on January 15th. But here we go. Nice. 13 men were lost. And now we have Chang Sha. Okay. A deliberate attack here. We're going to have zero issue breaking through these depleted units. And they're going to retreat and drag troops along with them. And this is really good. So let's go. There we go. We got through, guys. Domino effect. All right, here we go. We're pursuing. All right. Got across here. Almost no losses. We inflict a lot on him. And we cross. Excellent. Man, I couldn't have gone any better. Okay. Allied deliberate attack at Marak. I knew this was coming. I have no idea how this is going to go, guys. If we lose our beachhead here, we're in trouble. Let's go. All right. So we hold on, but just barely. Yikes. I don't like that trade at all. We need to get some help in there. So we get the better of that, but I don't know how long we're going to be able to hold with numbers like this. Yeah, we need to get some reinforcements there immediately, because this is not looking great. All right, let's continue. Okay, Allied bombardment attack. This is going to give us our first big peek into what he's got in Palembang, because I have no idea, really. So let's run it, and we can get a good view of everything he's got here. Man, there's a lot. There's a lot here. Wow. That's a bit more than I thought that he would have. So let's take a look at this. My goodness. How did I let this happen? How on earth did he get all these guys in here? My goodness, that is quite a bit. 1500 AV. That's more than I thought. Yikes. That's gonna be rough. And we seem to have lost a lot on the unload. Okay. Allied shock at Kwanton. I believe this to be another suicide attempt here. There you go. And it most definitely was. He did not trade well with that. Look at that. Fatigue, morale, supply. We might as well just counterattack him. He's done. This is a last Indian brigade at Kwanton. Allied deliberate attack at Kukong. We can see how this is going to go already. 1 to 22. There it is. I think we're going to hold that now. Okay, now we're going to place up some dot bases. And there it is. Um, Gotta say, I'm not as happy with this turn as I thought that I would be. We took so many losses landing at Palembang, way more than I anticipated. And he's got even more troops in there than I really thought that he did. So I am very concerned with what we saw so far. Not great. I was hoping this first wave would be enough, but I don't see how it's gonna be with as many troops as we lost unloading. We don't have the numbers that I thought that we would have. Okay, let's take a look at the numbers. Did not go as well as I thought today. Aircraft losses, 10 for him and 11 for me. I lost 4 zeros, probably due to the long range cap. 3 Sallies. He lost a couple of 2 B-17s, make that 3 B-17s. And you guys can see here just a hodgepodge of miscellaneous aircraft lost today. So 11 to 10. Of those 11 aircraft, unfortunately, we lost 5 pilots. Well, 3 killed, 2 wounded. Ship sunk this turn. We lost one of our patrol boats out there near Ua, near Fiji, due to his roving Leander class light cruisers. Kind of thought that might happen, but I had to try it. Army lost points today. If we take a look at tracker, let me bring that up here. All right, on the screen. Army lost points was one of our worst days in a while. We lost 19. He lost a little under 100. So this is telling me that our losses at Palembang were substantiated. I should put landing at Palembang. Okay. And for the turn, we still managed to go up 200 points, or just a little bit under 200 points, bringing the win ratio up to 2.429. But we just hit a huge brick wall, as we're about to see. It's not pretty. All right, back to the game. Let's take a look at the good stuff right now, which is definitely in China. We had a great day here. So we took Kungcheng, which means my armor can now move up to the Lanzhou and secure that quickly. We might as well go up to Signing as well and take that too, because there's a lot of resources and a lot of stuff that we need up there. And I'll probably be content holding these 2 bases for a while after that. We also broke through here, which means that we were able to cross this river right here and get into Tianshui. And now all of my units can follow behind and not have to worry about a river crossing here. No more shock attack. And then I've got 4 pieces of armor into this hex, and these units are so badly depleted. I think we'll just wait for a bit for the main body to show up. But if he counterattacks me here on this ×3 terrain, he's going to really hurt. Also, a little further south, we crossed the river successfully into Chengte. So now we got a strong foothold on this part of this huge river system here. We also took Changsha. And taking a look at the damage in the base, it's not too bad. We can fix that quickly. So this gives us 160 supply per day just on the house. The industry, however, is basically destroyed. So light industry, heavy industry resources are, for all intent and purposes, dead to me. But that's okay. I'm not going to waste the time to repair those at this time. I just wanted this base, so it's worth a lot of points. So it's a pretty good point swing. So what we're going to do here is we're not going to let up, though. So I'll probably put everybody to reserve. And we're going to go ahead and press on and quickly roll up these other bases while we can. So we're moving on to Xiangtang or whatever that's called. We'll tell all these guys to march. Might induce another shock attack here, but that's quite all right. We're coming in with so much power, it doesn't even matter. So, we tell you what. We'll tell these guys to wait. I don't want them shock attacking yet. They can be part of the garrison. We have additional forces in along the lines of about 720 AV. Make it 900 coming up the road behind these guys to reinforce this. So we're going to continue pushing on until we hit a brick wall of our own, which is probably going to be somewhere in here. but we'll press as far as we can. Enemy is now, this is the 100th Corps that starts in Wenchao. It's now in the Conscien, so it's going to get the bomber treatment tomorrow. That's on clear terrain, so it's going to get absolutely demolished, and I'll make it combat ineffective for the troops that are in this hex. All right. And then we are also in Kuai Lin. Next turn we attack here, so that's quite a bit of bases that we're gobbling up over here, and we're doing it quickly. So China looking good. We also bombed Kuai Yang today, and we damaged some aircraft on the field. Maybe I'll hit it again to try to destroy more, because he can't rail these out. So any of the bombers that we damaged here are more or less stuck on the field. They can't go anywhere. So if we hit him one more time, we may kill some more. All right, in Burma, not much to really say here. We're just kind of consolidating. We just got into Basain. These guys will attack there tomorrow. I have another force moving up to take Prom. And then once that's all secured, I'm going to rail up some aviation support into Tungu. And then we're going to make a drive for Magway. Or maybe I don't know what to do, honestly. Maybe I need to wait on that because it's going to be exposed to bombers potentially from Lashio and Calcutta. So we may want to wait on Magway just a bit. But yeah, we're going to take a strategic pause in Burma once we grab these two bases and reassess. It does appear that we're still unloading at Rangoon, but by tomorrow we'll have the port damage fully repaired and that won't be an issue. All right. He attacked us at Kwanton here, and we were more or less able to repel them. So at some point here, we need to counterattack. I feel like if we do it tomorrow, so let's tell you what. Let's go ahead and play along with that. Let's do a counterattack tomorrow and see if we can roll these guys up for good. And that'll be the end of that. All right. Here's the big story. Our landing at Palembang was a bit more bloody than I had anticipated. If we take a look at, tell you what, hold on real quick. Let's look at Combat Reporter. It's better. All right, let's look at this Combat Reporter stuff. So you should be able to see it on your screen here. Okay, let's tell you what. Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger for you. Let's try this. There you go. Okay, the pre-invasion stuff. I've never really understood this. So were these casualties absorbed by the shell hits on the ships? If so, these coastal guns ripped us a new one coming into Palembang. So as you can see here, on every single one of these, we lost a lot of troops just from the start. I mean, that's a lot of AV lost right there. Look at that. So my heavy cruisers were very ineffective at suppressing this stuff. And in the actual invasion, we took even more losses. So I'm really surprised at how many disabled squads we endured here. Now, fortunately, they're just disabled and not outright destroyed. Well, I take that back. In some cases, they were just completely outright destroyed. And quite a bit more than I thought. So I'm not too excited about how the invasion went off. He had a lot of 6-inch and 75mm guns, and they seemed to do a lot of damage to my ships. Okay, we had additional landings at Palembang here, and you can see again a lot of losses, just way more than I thought that we would take getting ashore. And it's taken a couple hundred AV out of my initial landing. That's a little concerning. So next, let's take a look at the ships. Oh, tell you what. Were we even looking at this the whole time? I don't even know. Anyway, I don't know if you guys were looking at this or not. Lost track of where I'm at. Okay. If you didn't see what I saw, I apologize. Overlay stuff. But let's take a look at the actual ship losses that we endured. Nothing was sunk outright, which is good. So that ship may or may... This is probably going to sink here. That one's dead. These two I can probably save. This one I can probably save. This one probably not, as long as that supply is on board. So that's going to be a problem there. And then here, this one is iffy. So no ships are actually sunk this turn, but we have a lot that are damaged. So now I have a decision. Do I continue unloading the supply, or do I go back and rearm and reload at Singapore? I'm leaning towards going back to Palembang. I'm sorry, Singapore, to rearm and get everything reset and coming in again with more reinforcements, because what I landed, I don't know if it's gonna be enough. So let's go back to Combat Reporter. Okay. You should be able to see that on the screen now. Let's look at the ground combat at Palembang, and here you go. A little startling. This is quite a bit more than I thought. I am personally rather embarrassed that I allowed that much to get in there. I didn't think it would be that high. I thought it was 1,200. It's 1450. So, look at this list of troops that are in here. This is insane. So most of this is from Singapore, but a lot of it isn't. And I do know that a lot of these troops are of dubious quality, right? The Indian brigades are not very good. The Dutch brigades are not very good. But there's a couple in here that are very good, like the where did I see that? These Australian brigades are pretty decent. Okay, the Lark Battalion. How on earth this ended up here, I don't even know, because that should have come out of what? Rabal? I don't even know how he got this thing in here. Somewhere in, I thought the Lark Battalion came somewhere from Solomon, so he was able to get this all the way from the Solomons to here. Golly. So a lot of crappy units, but a lot of good ones too, and there's a lot of engineers here. And he's got anti-aircraft and anti-tank guns here, which is going to mess up my armor when we attack. So I don't even know if it's worthwhile attacking guys with 2,700 versus 1,450. Granted, we have better quality troops, but he's got forts. He's got ×3 terrain. So is it even worth attempting this? I don't really know. I think we may need more. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. We may want to bombard for a couple days, because it does appear that our bombardments, we may be able to get the better of him here. Maybe we want to trade a couple days with him with these bombardments to try to reduce his AV. I might try that while we wait for reinforcements to show up, but I don't think it's safe to attack with this yet. No way. So this is what it's looking like for the troops that actually landed here. As you can see, the divisions are mostly intact, and I think a lot of the losses came from these support units, because golly, a lot of disablements on those, and a lot were just outright killed. So I'm not even, I would have to really go through and do some math to figure out which ones lost the most. But for the most part, we're okay. I just don't think we have enough to carry the place. So also looking at Batavia, or this is actually Merak, I'm not comfortable with this situation here. We lost about 45 AV, and he probably lost about 90 on his attack, but he's got more troops than I do. So I need to get more troops in here, either by airlift or sea lift or both, because I'm not willing to lose the bridgehead at Merak on this part of Java, because if he does take this base, all of these troops die, and we're looking at a catastrophe, a massive wipeout. There's a lot of devices in these units, right? And I'm not ready to lose 4 Naval Guard / SNLF units, so I'm going to get more troops in here so we can hold this place. Now, we had a little bit of a mistake at Malang. My invasion task force here stopped here, but did not unload because I clicked do not unload on the amphibious task force, which was stupid. But as you can see from the infographic here, not a single one of these task forces is spotted. So he has no idea that we're sitting just south of Surabaya. So next turn, we're going to unload here, and it'll be way too late for him to do anything about it. And he won't be able to hurt us at all, because my troops will be ashore before he can even react to it. And he doesn't even know he needs to react because he can't see us. He's moved all of his aircraft up here, right? So he is, and everything's focused on all this. Nothing is looking down here. All his subs are up here, right? In the shallow water, which is another opportunity for us to kill some subs. So that left the bottom part of Java down here open for this invasion. So we're going to land next turn. I expect to have Surabaya within 5 turns or less. Maybe 6. All right. Looking at the Solomons, he did bomb us today. He did basically no damage at all. We lost a couple of zeros, but as you can see, I've already looked to replace them. We got 2 confirmed kills from B-17s for the cost of basically only 1 0. So that's not bad at all. I like that trade. These pilots are pretty good. So now that I know he's coming at Port Moresby, I may find even better pilots here and put my absolute best here to start really ripping and tearing through his bombers. Because I don't, he's coming out of Townsville, which, by the way, has insufficient air capacity to properly operate 4-engine bombers. I don't know if he understands that. Like, when he's flying out of these small airfields, it's not worth it to him. He's going to induce more ops losses and damage to his bombers, and he's carrying smaller bomb loads doing it. So, personally, he probably should have built that place up before initiating this sort of attack. But, whatever. If he wants to throw B-17s away, I'm more than happy to collect on them. Okay. Over here is where we lost that patrol boat with a single little fragment of a unit on there. Not a big loss. I was going for a Hail Mary on Vava'u, but he caught up to me. No big deal. I'm not worried about it. But us pushing all these subs off of Noumea has allowed me to load up these troops that have somewhere to go. So these guys are going to head out next turn. I won't say where yet, but you can probably figure it out. And they will have the protection of Kido Butai as they head out. So I'm looking forward to that. But again, the main story for this turn was this bloody landing at Palembang. It was rough. But, I guess we got lucky. We're only going to lose maybe 2 or 3 ships. And this guy here is only worth 13 points. These guys are probably going to make it. This guy probably won't because of the cargo aboard. That's worth 13 points. All right, well, that's not so great. This guy here, 12. Okay, so about maybe 40 points in ships for this landing. I guess it could have been worse considering. I really can't complain about that. But yeah, I would love to hear your opinion on what we should do now at Palembang. Do we go for it? Do we just start attacking? Do we try to whittle them down a little bit? What's the play here? You let me know what you think, and I'll do my best to execute it. I'll catch you guys on the next one.